So, hello again, everyone. I'm sorry we're having some technical difficulties. This is part of the GCLOG team, and welcome on board. Happy that you're able to join us. I will have the pleasure to start with this, welcoming you and also introducing the GCLOG team. So, I will let every single one in here to introduce themselves. Let's start with Mark, who is on my right. And after that, we'll have Christopher, who's joining us from Mexico. Because, as you know, he just has his child, was newborn on the last weekend. So, due to that, he's not able to be here. But happy news, he is having a new guy. Mark.
Hey there. Congratulations, Chris. So my name is Mark Colvin, and I'm a Scale Academic Administrator for all the Scale programs at MIT. And I'll be the one who's helping you with hotel arrangements, getting here in January, all kind of administrative type of stuff. And we'll be on the ground with you for the whole 3 weeks in July. We look forward to meeting all of you. Thanks.
Thanks, Mark. Ileana.
Hello, my name is Ileana Krypcheva. I'm the administrative assistant for the supply chain management program. I'm helping plan some of the events and some other aspect of your trip. I'm looking forward to meet you. We'll see you in July.
Thanks, Ileana. Nima.
Hi everyone, my name is Nima Kazemi and I'm postdoctoral associate here at MIT CTL. Probably you're hearing my name for the first time. I'm not sure that you heard my name before, but probably during the course you will be interacting with me quite a lot because my role in GCLOG team is to be course lead. It means that during the course I will be with you, I will be taking on the course, and I will be sure that everything is doing well. So with GCLOG team, we are going to support you. We are going to be with you in the course, and I hope that we have a very wonderful journey together. I'm really happy to start this with you, and I hope that you're happy as well. So, and
we have Aaron here.
Hi, everyone. My name is Aaron Gazarians. I am the SCM and Scale Program Administrator. Looking forward to seeing you guys here in July. You'll see a lot more of me in the month of January once we get going. So congratulations. Looking forward to meeting all of you.
And I'm David. So I was a GCLOGger long ago. 2016, that's when I graduated. And I have been working the GCLOG like forever. And I'm happy to help you with every single thing that you may have, every single questions. I'm currently studying my PhD, and I'll be here for a while. So please feel free to reach us, any of the GCLOG team. And well, you will receive the GCLOG email saying which address you can communicate directly to all of us. And just feel free to do that. Now I will leave the stage to Christopher, who is joining us from Mexico, and also to another person who is joining us from Bolivia. She is Abril. She was last year president of the class, and she will also be here in July and hopefully as well as January, being the TA for the lectures. And Abril, I will let you to introduce yourself. Maybe Chris, somebody.
Okay, yeah, perfect. So I don't know if you were able to listen Abril or not, but well, in a moment I'm going to introduce her as well, just in case. So again, guys, sorry for all these technical difficulties. I don't know what is happening right now. So I'm sharing the screen and this part of the sound very, very weird. So well, it seems like it's not going to be working pretty well, so I'm going to use the screen this way. Let me try again. Okay, now you can listen the noise and other events that I think is at MIT, but let me get started. If the noise returns, then I'm going to switch back to the to the presentation mode. Well, first of all, despite these technical difficulties, we are really excited to welcoming you to this GCLOG class 2019. Of course, I'm more excited because I was just became father again for the second time, so I'm really happy because of that. But besides sharing my joy and my happiness with you, well, let me get started with the business, okay? So first of all, I want to welcome you at GCLOG class 2019. I think it's very important for you to know that you are now part of a big family, the MIT community, and then you should be proud of it because this class and this specific GCLOG program is configured to outstanding students, graduate students, to be honest, in America and also other emerging markets. In this case, you will have the chance also to have as a classmate a person from Africa. So this is going to be very exciting. This class is very special because it's our 10th class. And of course, we are going to be celebrating our 10th anniversary. And besides other things, we have a lot to celebrate besides having you at MIT and hosting you very soon there. So first of all, I want to set the goals of the orientation webinar. First of all, you already saw that we already introduced each other. I want to talk a bit about MIT, about the Center for Transportation and Logistics and the SCALE network, how we are here, and the way in which we are working actually. So the other thing that I want to tell you is that the MIT GCLOG program is configuring with a particular structure. So this structure is very important for you to know because the GCX can be very helpful. And then also the July seminar that I'm going to talk about.
It's only for us, like it's an internal link, and for them, we should be YouTube.
Oh, well, I can listen my team there at MIT, so I don't know what is happening. So let me double check for a minute if you can listen me or not, because it's very weird. So, but before finishing or before contacting my team, I want to finish this slide telling you that we are going to provide you some tips also. And we have prepared some okay. Seems like the noise already stopped. So not quite sure what is happening, guys. It's pretty weird. So just let me double check something. Abril, can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, great. Now I'm going to share the screen. You can also see the screen, Abril, just to double check. Perfect. So guys, I'm not going to use the presentation mode. That seems to be the one that is causing all the troubles. But then, as I was telling you, the goals of this orientation webinar is to introduce the team who already was introduced by themselves, talking about a bit about MIT, the Center for Transportation and Logistics, the SCALE network, and how we are configured, how the MIT GCLOG program is structured, and how we are going to have this GCX very soon, how this is structured, and how we have configured different models for you, together with Nima, that I need to provide him a lot of credit because he has worked a lot on this together with Abril, that they are just finishing some small details to release that to you. And then I'm going to talk a bit about the July seminar. And at the end, well, last but least, I want to give you like some ideas of what is happening before you arrive to MIT and the Q&A session. But before proceeding, guys, I'm sorry again for the technical difficulties. Well, at the end, I'm in Mexico, so maybe that's influencing a bit this, and this was not in the plans, but well, anyways, coming back to the main message that I want to share with you is that every big or long journey starts with the first step, and you are about to start yours, and this is a big issue. You are able to, you will be able to see how much your life is going to change thanks to that. And this is going to be incredible for you. This is going to be an incredible journey because you will have the opportunity to listen to different people, to be in touch with them, to know also all the people that is sharing common dreams like yours. So this is going to be an incredible journey for you as well. So now coming back to the team, So, I mean, most of them already were introduced by themselves. I just want to remark that the case of Dr. Sergio Caballero, who is my Bolivian friend, he's going to be supporting the program in different topics, especially in supply chain network design. And actually, you will see him in one of the GCLOG the GCX webinars. Unfortunately, he's not able to be here because he became that last week as well. So as you can see, well, we are a very fertile generation there at MIT. So it seems that the next generation is going to grow as well. So I just want to emphasize that besides Mark, Aaron, Nima, Ileana, and Abril, who already introduced themselves, we're going to have some other TAs helping, especially during the January session. And I'm talking about Juan David Suarez and other people who can also be invited to be part of this journey together with you. Okay, so let me talk about a bit MIT. Okay, so just let me hide this part. And the first part that I want to share with you is that, well, at the end, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology is a private university established a lot of time ago, as you can see. Different to most of the universities in emerging markets, you can see that we depend a lot on graduate students, 6,000 of them. I mean, 60% of the total population of the students belongs to the graduate programs, right? So the next point is that you're arriving to the best university of the world according to the QS ranking. If we put all the MIT alumni and we understand the economic activities that they have performing right now, they would represent more or less the 11th largest economy in the world. Imagine that. And we have had the honor also to receive 80 times the Nobel Prizes, and 10 of these people are still teaching at MIT. So this is a great opportunity for you to listen from these people and to learn what is happening in the research and practitioner world. Because as you can see, here we have the motto that is called Mens and Manus. So just let me try to put this there, okay? Mens and Manus is literally mind and hands. So we believe in something that is actually very important for us, that is applied research. We want to create new things, to innovate, but with things that are very useful for the humankind. And in words of our president, Rafael Reif, we seek to develop in each member of the MIT community the ability and the passion to collaborate, to work wisely, creatively, and effectively. For what? For the betterment of humankind. And these words, you will see that they are going to be repeated once more and once more, because at the end, this is what drives not only MIT, but also the Center for Transportation and Logistics, and also this program. And you will notice this in a minute as well. So the next part is that the MIT CTL, the Center for Transportation and Logistics, was created 45 years ago by Professor Yossi Sheffi, our main director of the Scale Network and the CTL. And our main mission is to create supply chain innovation and drive it into the practice. So it's very similar to the motto that you saw at MIT, right? But we work in three main components. There are research, where we have around 15 full-time researchers, and we are currently developing a lot of projects for developed and developing countries. In the outreach part is that contact that we have with companies. So we actually have more than 50 member companies, very strong brands like Coca-Cola, FEMSA, like Unilever, P&G. You can also talk about Merck's, that is the container, the shippers, etc. We have a lot of them as part of our industry-driven projects. And finally, on last but not least, we have all the education programs like the supply chain management programs. And among them, we have the GCLOG program, the Graduate Certificate in Logistics and Supply Chain Management. And just to give you some idea of how this works, well, CTL founded some time ago like 5 other research centers that work exactly in the same way. I mean, with the 3 main components that I told you. So this is very, very important for you to know, because one of the seminars in which you are going to be involved, that is the January-February seminar, is going to put together all these people with you. So more or less, we're going to receive like 200 students at MIT campus from more or less more than 50 countries. Imagine that. So it's important for you to know where is these people coming from. And well, the centers that we have currently, we have 2 of them in Europe, the Zaragoza Logistics Center, and the the Luxembourg Center, that is one of our recent acquisitions, let's say. So we have also 2 in Asia, that is the Ningbo Center in China, and the one in Malaysia that has been there for almost 9 years or 8 years actually. And the one that we have in Bogota, Colombia, that is the Center for Latin American Logistics Innovation, that is our MIT Scale Latin American Center, let's say. So, but what is a scale? I have been talking about the scale. Scale stands for Supply Chain and Logistics Excellence. And this is what we want to do with all of you, to create, to give you the opportunity to have these world-class lectures with people that are writing papers, that are writing books, that are contributing to the betterment of not only the society, but also governments and also the private sector. So that's pretty important. The next point is, well, at the end, I have been talking about a lot of the program, right? But it's important for you to know what is happening with the GCLOG program, why this program is important. Well, as you already know, and that's why most probably you were accepted, because you were previously informed, that this program tries to complement the education that you are receiving in your home countries. But this is not for all the people. This is actually for outstanding graduate students from emerging markets. So it means that we are trying to drive this program mainly to Asia, to Africa, and to Latin America. For now, most of the history of the GCLOG program have been focused on Latin America. But as you already saw in the previous image, well, we do not have a center in Africa, as you can see, right? But we intend, or we aim to have one of them very soon, hopefully. And that's why we are configuring this program in such a way that it stands for a global certificate and not only like a graduate certificate. So the other thing that you already know is that this program is going to be taught by instructors from the MIT CTL faculty that, by the way, are experts on their respective disciplines. But not only that, you will also have the chance to receive some other people that are also experts and very recognized people, like Professor Jean-François, among others. Professor Jean-François, by the way, for example, he's coming from Germany, from the CUNY Logistics University, just to give you an idea. And I'm going to talk about that in a moment. Well, unfortunately, here the image cannot show very well. I will try to show you. Hopefully, the noise is not going to start again. But this is the core idea of the GCLOG experience. So this is what we call drinking from the fire hose. And this is literally to try to give you, in a nutshell, in a certain number of weeks, all the knowledge that we have, all the information that we have. And this is how this guy, for example, is arriving in this part and saying thanks to Professor Smith, and he's telling him, okay, are you ready? And then coming from the hose, there is a lot of water that symbolizes, in this case, all the information and the knowledge that is coming out from this body of knowledge, let's say, that is MIT. So this experience has been configured as an intensive course, as a hardworking course. As you will see, you will have to invest a lot of time, especially in the July seminar. Then this is going to be disruptive, and let me move this a bit back. This is going to be a unique experience for you and also life-changing. Why? Because you will have the chance, as you see here, to receive these lessons from Professor Josie Sheffy at your right, at your left of your screen, to be part of team building activities. And why not? For example, like we did 2 years ago, we won this prize as the best in the research expo that I'm going to explain to you in a minute. But at the end, this is a life-changing experience. And as you can see, all the people is very happy to be part of this program. This is the GCLOG class from 2017, if I remember well. Well, how this program is configured, I think that's important for you to know. And then most probably some of the questions are going to arise here. We have the online course entitled GCX, okay? And this runs from May 18 to July 2nd. Just to give you an idea, this is important for you to understand that you need to commit to this online course, because this will provide you the basics and the fundamentals of the supply chain management. What we have done together with Abril and together with Nima, who is leading this part, is to configure this course such that you will receive, in a nutshell, all the main knowledge about optimization, supply network design, supply chain network design, sorry, what else? Forecasting, transportation, inventory management. So all this knowledge is going to be provided to you in a very compact and concise way. Then this course, this online course, is followed by your visit when at MIT, where we are going to receive you during the 3-week seminar on July. This July seminar runs from July 8th. That, by the way, sorry, I know, it's Sunday, but we're going to be hosting you there. All the team is going to welcome you to introduce with you, and we're going to be willing to support all your stay during these 3 weeks. And then we are going to finish in July 27th. Then this 3-week period at MIT is going to be followed by a capstone project with an MIT advisor. By then, of course, you will return to your home countries, and then you will be working a lot with this project. Why this starts in July 13th? Well, actually, it's because we have some capstone project sessions in which you are going to be introduced with your MIT advisor. You will know also your MIT capstone project team. And then you need to start working. At the end, as I will let you know in a minute, you will need to deliver some things regarding this capstone project. But maybe the most important one is the poster that you're going to present in the 3-week seminar in February 2019. That is actually the 4th and last component of our GCLOG program structure. Okay? And then one of the questions that most probably the first 10 people that we accepted on I remember well on February, is because you receive a letter that mentions that this 3-week seminar on January was going to start on January 7th. Sorry guys, we double checked with the MIT CTL senior team, and they decided to postpone this a bit, and we are going to start on January 14th, and we are going to finish on February 1st. But we will keep you posted about this, okay? But these are the right dates that you need to consider. If any of you that were accepted beforehand needs a letter that provides the accurate dates, especially for this second seminar, please contact me, and I will be happy to provide you a new letter, okay? So now let me start talking about the rest of the structure, right? Just let me double check, because I received a message from my team, and it seems like my voice is suffering some kind of problems. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I will try to not move too much, because I think that's the main problem. So I will keep like this, guys, okay? So as I already mentioned to you, the GCX, or the online course, is a very important component. Why? Because this will provide you the basics and the fundamentals of all of it. However, as I will explain to you in a minute, this will be divided in 3 main, let's say, parts. A pre-course part that is going to be, or it comprises around 6 weeks, actually, of content that you will need to finish before arriving to MIT. Another session that is actually 1 week, that is not going to be graded, but it's important for you to take, because you will learn what we call the supply chain finance. In the 3rd week of the July seminar, you will need to apply this knowledge into a case study. That's why it's so important for you to learn the basics of supply chain finance during the 2nd and the 3rd week of July, before the case study is applied to you. And finally, the last component is optional. The first 2 were compulsory, but the 3rd one, sorry, is going to be optional, as I will explain to you in a minute. Why optional? Because you will have the chance to learn a bit more about the statistical inference, and also about the data management. That is something that most probably some of you are looking for to learn. And well, the GCLOG first seminar is going to be configured to teach you the state of the art in different disciplines. Just to give you an idea, some of the topics that we are going to teach this time is advanced transportation planning with Dr. Chris Kaplis, the star of our MicroMasters, Balancing the Green, that is actually the most recent book of Professor Joseph Sheffield, that is focused on when to try to apply these sustainable operations and when not to do it. Retail operations for nanostores with Professor Jan Franso, who is one of my co-authors in my book, well, that is titled Reaching 50 Million Nanostores. The next three people that is going to be joining us are Megacity Logistics with Matthias Winkenbach, Dr. Matthias Winkenbach, Sustainable Supply Chains with Dr. Jose Velasquez, also Mexican, by the way. Humanitarian Logistics with the internationally recognized expert Jared Gensel. Innovation in Supply Chain with Jim Rice. Omnichannel Distribution with the Executive Director of the MicroMasters, Eva Ponce. And I'm going to be teaching you food supply chains for emerging markets. So this is just to give you in a nutshell what we are going to see there. And now let me jump to the third component, that is the capsule project. As you remember, one of the main issues that we want to see, let's say, or to cultivate in you is to develop applied research and not just to build research that is not going to be used by anybody, right? We need to face the socioeconomic and logistics challenges of the regions that are part of this GCLOG program. That's why we are going to be working with our well, in this case, your MIT advisor, and you will need to deliver monthly your progress of the capstone project. If you remember, this capstone project goes from, well, actually August up to December. So on December 15, you will need to submit your final deliverables that comprises actually the minutes, a summary of the minutes that you have with your team, minutes or meetings, it's the same for me. Second, you will need to deliver your final poster, the one that you are going to present in the January-February seminar. Executive summary regarding what did you do, what type of research questions you built, and the final answers to that, together with methodology, etc. And of course, any of your advisors can ask you to prepare a whole manuscript. So we are expecting to see that as well. Yeah, but the most important issue here is that you will have the opportunity to apply all what you learn from all the knowledge you received during the July seminar. Okay. And finally, the other thing that you need to keep in mind is that during this second seminar, you are going to be together with a lot of people from around the world. As I already told you, all the educational programs from our different research centers around the world are going to come to MIT, and you are going to receive classes together with them. You are going to meet and share with them. By the way, that team that you configured during the July session is not going to work anymore. You will need to develop projects with new teams, and I mean not the capstone project. I'm talking about the individual projects of each class. But this will provide you a very interesting multicultural and multidisciplinary skills. That this is actually how the current world works, right? So the structure is you are going to have some industry speakers there, some company visits, some competitions that are going to be important, and some mini courses. But the most important part is that you are going to present your poster in the Research Expo. That is actually an event where practitioners, academics, and even the society go. Last time we received 300 people, just to give you an idea. Okay. So now let me explain you a bit more about the GCX structure. So this GCS or this MITx based course is configured as follows. So what you can see here is that a screenshot of. So this course is configured in modules. As you can see, we have the module number 0 that belongs, by the way, to the week number 0, and the module number 1 that belongs to the week number 1. Okay. So as you can see, any of these modules have certain lessons and certain material that you need to cover. So, but in all of them, you're going to find videos that you need to watch in order to proceed to solve some of the quick questions and some practice problems. And of course, some of these exercises need to be graded in order to provide you like the certain grade, right? So that's why we have also like graded assignments, as you can see in this case, with the graded assignment lesson number 1. And as you can see, these assignments or these graded assignments have a specific deadlines. As you can see here, all the graded assignments are going to be graded after 10 working days of opening the module. It means that if you want to the case of the week 1 that is going to be open, by the way, on, let me remember, May 28th, it means that you don't need to deliver this on June 1st, you need to answer this or to submit this graded assignment 1 week after. We are really at that time, so we are providing you like another week in order to finish this. But keep in mind that you need to manage very well the time that you have, okay? Because this GCX structure needs a lot of your commitment, and it's very important because if you do not pass this course, unfortunately, we won't be able to receive you at MIT on the July seminar. The other thing is that all the different times that we are using are UTC, Universal Time, okay? Except from the webinars. We are going to send to you a file that provides all the information regarding how the webinars are structured, what is the content that you will see in the GCX, etc. But all the different timing that you have there is from the webinars that we are going to manage in Boston time, okay? Just for your reminder, that are open 4 days before, in order to, well, we want to invite you to get familiar or get used to the content and the different models that you have, etc. But I already explained that to you, the pre-course that is before you arrive to MIT, the supply chain finance course, during your second and third week at MIT in the July optional time going for you, so that you can check what is available there, okay? But imagine that we open any of these, let's say, lessons. In this case, I open the lesson number 1, okay? So if we see, what we have here is the structure as follows. We have a video here, we have a transcript, and then we have like quick questions that are going to follow in this here. We'll have numbers for you. Something else that you need to remember is that you can see the course path here, and you can return easily to the different lessons or the weeks that you are trying to check. Some other information is that we are going to publish or release some announcements in this homepage. And unfortunately, we are not going to be using the discussion forums. But in exchange, we're going to accept questions from you to this email. So please bear in mind, guys, that you need to send all your questions to this MIT email account, gclog@MIT.edu. Won't be sending your questions to this email. Why? Because it's better to consolidate all the questions, and maybe in those webinars that I'm going to explain you in a minute, we can try to answer the general questions from everybody. But if you try to contact any of us directly, it's going to be a nightmare, okay? So, so please, guys, take a note on this and remember forums, okay? And now one of your questions could be, okay, how should I get access to this MIT platform? So first of all, let me show you how this platform looks like, okay? So this platform looks like this. So this is the platform that we have, but this is the, let's say, the view that we are going to use. But this is the one that you're going to use. This is what we call the live platform. Oops. I'm not sure. Okay, now working. So you can see, you will have access to all of this. This is actually the same content that I already showed a moment ago, but then on Word Design, the testing and inventory management, you here, inventory management number 2, so you need to take care that you are going to receive lessons about single period inventory models, continuous review policies, and in the 5th week, you are going to, well, by the way, that is the 6th week, because remember that we started from the week 0, you're going to remain to with periodic review policies and transportation. That is going to be one of the topics that Dr. Kaplis is going to talk about. And then we will have that component that is the supply chain finance one that is going to be listened during the 2nd and 3rd week of the July seminar. And we'll have what you are expecting. So we will have the statistical testing and the data management and the advanced data management. These components are optional, But by the way, by optional, I mean that they are not going to be graded, yeah? Or are not going to be part of your final grade. But you can receive a lot of credits and good grade because you decide to finish the complete GCX experience. So it means that if you are receiving, I don't know, some points less because maybe one of your graded assignments was not good in the week number 4, for example, good solving the continuous review policies, and one of the problems was wrong. Well, you can receive some extra points if you decide to go for this 7, 8, and 6 week. Okay, just to give you an idea. So all of them are available for you, and this is how the MITx platform. So now let me return to the presentation. And one of your main questions could be how to get access to the MIT platform, right? So the first thing is that you need to wait a bit, please. You will receive your MIT account in the following 2 weeks. After that, you need to have your account at mitx.mit.edu. So you need to register your MIT accounts once you have it and get access to this MITx course. Then you can start the course. So that's the way in which we work with that part. Sometimes MIT needs to protect your information, guys, especially your identity. And then you will need to install some of the things that we call certificates and register all your electronic devices in order to avoid the phishing and all and other issues that are important for you to avoid. The other thing that you need to know is that we are going to share with you this file that is the GCX syllabus, okay? You will have access to this, and as you can see, well, we have a presentation, all the team is there. The webinar days are going to be on Fridays from 15 to 16 hours EST, I mean Boston time. And the graded assignments are due on Fridays, 23:59 UTC. Remember the rule of the UTC for the GCX. So I'm going to skip. Are not familiar with this linear algebra or some probabilities, we recommend you to go to the Khan Academy, and you can check some online resources. And well, at the end, this is more or less like the syllabus that is going to be waiting for you. Here you have access to all the different. You have the release open when we are expecting to have like the webinar. So, and of course, you already know that you need to submit your graded assignments a week before. A week after you finish, right? Go back to the thread of the presentation. So now, in order to finish, what about the webinars, right? You're going to have a resume webinar that is going to be taught by my friend Leonard Morrison, and Ileana, who is part of our team, is going to be there as well. So this is on May 25. Then we will have other content seminars like the optimization one that is going to be taught by me, the one regarding supply chain network design that is going to be taught by Sergio Caballero, and a webinar about inventory management with my friend Nima Kasemi, that despite being Iranian is very, very Latin, and he has a lot of empathy with emerging markets as well. So, by the way, sorry for the typo in the last one. The last one is an informative webinar before you arrive to MIT. This is going to be done on July 29, because we want to give you all the tools for you to arrive and make sure that you know everything before the July seminar. Okay, so I'm about to finish, guys. I know, and I really think that you are still here, hopefully, despite these technical difficulties. Let me share you this. It's very important for me to tell you that we have zero tolerance with plagiarism and cheating at MIT. So the MIT rules is basically, if you are cheating, we are not going to provide you the award, or in this case, we are not going to provide you the credit, or we can revocate your certificate. And even worse, we can ban you from all the different courses and programs that we have at MIT, not only residential ones, but also the online ones. So why do we have this very strict rule? Because we are educating leaders. We are educating the professionals that we want to lead the future and shape the future of supply chain management and logistics, especially here at CTL. So we want to reinforce this professional ethics and also the academic integrity on you. So please, guys, follow these rules. Complete all the graded material on your own, please. I mean, you can discuss some other things like those non-graded assignments. You can discuss about them, but please do not do it with the ones that you need that are going to be graded. Please work by yourselves, because anyways, at the end, you will have like a certain exams during the July session, and then we will see that you are not worth to be there, right? So don't lie to yourselves. If you have questions, that's why we are here. Do not engage in any activity that can be dishonest as well, like to improve, in order to improve your results. Do not hurt others with this behavior. Do not post or share answers to your classmates here or to the different GCLOGers. And by the way, this is important for you to know. We do not divulgate this too much, but we have cheating algorithms in all the MicroMasters and the online courses, and GCX is not an exception. So we are continuously checking if there is something wrong or suspicious activities, and if we see or we found that some people are breaking the rules, well, you will need to face the consequences. Okay. So now let me jump quickly to what is waiting for you in the July seminar. We almost finished this part as well. This is despite a tentative schedule. You can see that the first week, by the way, I'm not putting here the Sunday. I know it's Sunday, but the Sunday 8th, we are going to be there to receive you we're going to have what we call an orientation day, so that you can get in touch with all the materials that you will have to install the printers, etc. But during this first week, you will have the team building activity in the first day. Then in the second day, you will have the chance to be in touch with one of the most famous games from MIT, that is the beer game, that is going to be taught by some of my colleagues. We're going to have a debrief session, and also I'm going to teach you the importance of supply chain management. And then you will be completely involved in what we call the micro-retailing challenge from Professor Jean-François, who is going to be teaching all that week for you. We're going to have other lectures there that are very important. For example, the micro supply chain management for small firms, data analytics with Dr. Daniel Merchan, urban logistics with Matthias Winkenbach. I'm going to teach you the food supply chains in emerging markets. Jim Rice is going to teach the Walmart case study. And then you will need to present the results of the micro retail challenge that you got during that week. That's why you have like certain time allocated to work on the case of Professor Jean-François. And by the way, I skipped the entrepreneurship in supply chain management that is going to be taught by Jose Pacheco. Actually, what you need to learn there is how to learn how to sell your products. So that's very useful. And then you will have at the end of that week a session with the librarians at MIT in order to teach you how to use or train you how to use the library resources. Okay. And the first capstone session with your team and potentially with your advisor is depends on you to contact your advisor. Okay. And literally, as you can see, this is drinking from the fire hose. We are making you drink from the fire hose. And then in the second week, we're going to have, well, you need to be prepared because we're going to take some pictures of you. So please make sure to bring like a proper dress code, bring some formal clothes, some suits for the gentleman with tie. And for the ladies, please make sure to bring something also formal. We're going to receive a lot of lectures like logistics in Latin America and Africa. And you can see immediately that we are going to try to tailor the content of these different lessons and lectures to what is happening in emerging markets, not only in Latin America. We will have sustainable supply chain management taught by my colleague Josue Velasquez, advanced network design with Sergio Caballero, leadership and career development. We have not defined who is going to teach this yet, but actually it's very important for you to know that Jim is going to be teaching another case, the Apple case study. You will have a second capstone session, some cultural activities in order to get in touch with the city. Most probably by then you will have also the chance to be in touch with the city just a bit. because as you can see, this July seminar is very intensive, super intense. And then system dynamics. Important for you to know that during the second week, we're going to be running what we call the supply chain game. That is actually meaning that you have like your own factory and you need to understand what to do with certain type of decisions in order to maximize the revenue or other metrics in order to make them more profitable or better in general. So we are not going to allow you to play during the day, I mean during the lectures. Otherwise, you will be penalized. But in general, this is going to be a great experience for you. And in any of these challenges or competitions, we always have a winner. So make sure that you are that winner. And last but not least, in that third week, we're going to have a midterm exam that comprises the GCX and also the previous 2 weeks, and a final July test that comprises all the July seminar. The professor, well, actually, you can see that mainly the senior faculty is going to be teaching during that week. Professor Josie Sheffy, Dr. Chris Kaplis, Bruce Arnsten, we'll also have Jared Gensel, etc. And they are going to be teaching different things about humanitarian logistics, agro-logistics for the small farmers, international logistics, advanced inventory management, screen game, etc. So it's going to be a great adventure for you guys. Literally, you are going to receive a lot of knowledge from us. And well, I'm about to finish, guys. Thanks for waiting. We have prepared for you 2 main documents. The welcome package that most of you already have in your hands or in your emails. And this is a kind reminder for those who have not paid yet. Remember, no payment, no GCX, and no GCLOG. Okay, guys? We have like certain exceptions, but apart from that, you need to make sure to pay as soon as possible. Make sure to start right away with the visa procedures. In some cases, you will need to wait a bit more. So it's better for you to start right away with this. And regarding the healthcare insurance and the pictures, we need them as soon as possible. And especially because Mark has been working hard on this welcome package together with Dave. And we really need the pictures as soon as possible because we are going to introduce each other, and especially here at MIT CTL, we want to share with the researchers who is going to be in the GCLOG program this year. So it's important for us to have these pictures. And regarding the healthcare insurance, take the time to choose a good healthcare insurance, but please do it on time because it's important for us. We cannot accept you here at MIT if you don't have this insurance. Dress code, well, remember that the first seminar is going to be during summer, so it's going to be very hot and humid. And in winter, it's going to be very snowy. So keep this in mind. We are going to return this in the future. And networking, you will have the chance to develop your networking. And well, by the way, congratulations, guys. You have been doing a tremendous work on the networking. I saw that most of you are really active in the Facebook wall and the Facebook group, I mean, and also in the WhatsApp group. This keeps us excited as well. So, and just to finish, the Boston guide that a previous or former GCLOG program, that is Jimena Castañón, prepared some time ago, and this was reinforced by April, who is also here with us. Well, we have, let's say, reshaped this such that you can have a better idea of where to eat inside MIT, where to purchase groceries and other things outside MIT, what to do to enjoy the city, or how to manage the transportation at MIT, okay, or outside MIT. So let me finish with some closing remarks. First of all, guys, you will be part of the 10th class of this elite program. And this is really an elite program, guys. You really need to remember that. Secondly, yes, you are now part of this family. You are now part of MIT, so believe it. You are now part of us, so feel like that and try to become a change agent on that. And as I was telling you, you have been invited to this program because you are different. And we believe that you can be a leader for your region. So believe that. And yes, you are considered a leader and a change agent. That's very important because in every person that we invite to the program, we want to make sure that you have the chance to contribute and to transfer the knowledge to your community in order to improve what is happening there. So we don't want people who is only corrupted or who wants to commit fraud with what we already taught here. We want to have people who is going to change the world. So I'm inviting you to do this, okay? And we expect you also to share the knowledge with all the people and to shape the future of supply chain management and logistics, not only here, but also in your country, in your region, in your city. And by the way, guys, just to finish, don't call it this a dream, call it a plan, because you are now part of it. Okay? So thank you very much, guys. And I think that also my colleagues there at MIT maybe have some questions that maybe you are typing in the somewhere in the comment box or whatever. So, well, returning to you guys, I'm going to hopefully great. Can you hear me, guys?
Okay, guys. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for doing all this remark in the presentation about the GCLOG program. Thank you very much for all of the introduction. And now we have some follow-up remarks, and also we'll be happy to follow with the questions. So first remark, we have Ileana here, who's going to talk to you about the resume presentation. So Ileana, it's all yours.
Hi again. The next webinar we are going to have will be on May 25th. It will be the resume webinar. And there, me and my colleague Leonard Morrison will talk about American resumes and how to structure them.
The idea with this seminar, basically with this webinar, is that you will present and you will have the insights or provide your CV, your resume in the most proper way, like in the not only you as a style, but the most concise, precise, and one page. That's all that we will be doing. Ileana will be leading that, and will be 25th, right?
Yes, 25th.
Okay, just keep it in mind.
Correct.
Nima, we have some remarks for GCX.
Yep. Based on the question that we got, one of the question was when the syllabus will be released. As you saw in the presentation, Chris said we have different weeks from week 0 to week 10. So in week 0, actually, week 0 includes all the material, all the structure of the material, all the syllabus that you need in the course. And we actually decided to release it 2 days earlier. So when it will be released, actually you have chance to go through it and see the course overview on logistics, for example, the course syllabus and how everything going to be in the course. So don't worry when course Big 0 starts, so you will get all the information that you need. And as Chris said, the email account is always there. So any question that you have, you can communicate with us, and we will provide all the information that you need.
Thanks, Anima. Regarding one question that we have from you guys regarding the slides, we'll be sharing the slides soon after the presentation. Christopher will be sending all the slides, so don't worry about it. You will have them covered. Two remarks, a couple of things I want to talk to you. First one is about the capstone project. So about, regarding capstone project, you know, you will be working on that from July after you're done here. From July to January, you will be working on that. I will send you the structure of what to present and when and how that will be graded. I will be in charge of that. You will be doing the follow-up with your advisor on the capstone project, but I'll be the one grading it. So do a good job. Otherwise, you won't get a really good grade. And as Chris was saying, and something that is going to reinforce Nima's message and myself and everyone's message is at MIT, plagiarism is a no-go. So basically, if we find something that is going plagiarism, will mean you're dismissed from the program. So don't run your chances on that. That will be my feedback based on my experience on GCLOG and my experience at MIT. So don't run your chances on that. Just do your best. Everything that you will do is going to be the best, and you will do a great job. Just believe in yourself and don't try to cheat because we'll catch it, and once we catch it, you're out. So don't.
And
Um,
also in the first week, actually, they see some slides and information on academic honesty
yeah,
policy and also EDX policy. So please also go through it. Please also read it so you will get all the information about what is actually the education value at MIT.
yeah. Thank you, Nima. Yeah, that will be on week 0. So you can again review all the policies regarding honesty and academic things in here at MIT. Aaron, what other questions do we have? I think maybe some question regarding the hotel. Um, Hotel, as you have seen in the links that we have provided, the idea is for you can just check if you're interested to stay in the hotel or not. Again, we have no relationship to the hotel. We have no links to them. Also, for the insurance, we have no links. The idea for us is just to provide you with options so you can do the best and take the best of all the opportunities we're giving to you. You're not obliged to. If you want to, you're more than welcome. If you're not interested, just don't. Um, Mark will be sending that information once you have done all your job and that by early June. Mark will be in touch with the hotel and will send you the confirmation numbers and everything. So just hang in there. You'll have all the information. Anything regarding to that,
Yeah,
Mark?
we're gonna post the Google spreadsheet for the hotel sign up either later today or tomorrow morning. So I'll send you a link to it, and you can choose your roommates. We'll put a list of all the students who are attending, and then you'll see columns where you can choose your roommates. One thing I'll say about the hotel, it seems a little expensive. It seems a little expensive. Boston's a very expensive town, but what you get is you are basically on campus. You're with other MIT students. You have air conditioning, which is going to be a huge deal in July. You have free breakfast, free Wi-Fi. You're in the middle of Cambridge. It's worth the money to stay there, to say the least. In January, the price will go down significantly because it's winter.
Nobody wants to hear
Yeah.
January.
So, and it's also important that you get to spend time with your classmates.
Except for my team.
People have in the past gone through Airbnb, and what happens is it looks really great online, and you get there, and it's really bad. And you're very far away, and you're relying on Boston's public transportation system to get you to class every day. And as we can tell you, employees coming into MIT every day, it doesn't work. It rarely works on time. It rarely works efficiently, and it's just not reliable. And you might find that you're in a neighborhood that's not good. So I'd be very careful. I'd encourage you to stay at the hotel just because I think you're going to have a much better experience. And if you have any questions about it after you read through the literature and you read through everything we're going to give you later today and tomorrow, let me know, and I'm happy to talk to you about it.
Thank you, Mark. It seems that we have one question about the people that they got accepted into the GCLOG program. So just to let you know, general numbers, around 30 to 40% of the people that apply get rejected. So you should feel either lucky because you made it, or proud of yourself because you made it. So you're welcome to the class. You'll be joining 30 students that will be coming for this GCL class, and it's fantastic all the work that you did, and we're looking forward to see what you can do and to prove yourself in July and also January, and the whole program will be absolutely worth it. Do we have any other questions? Looks like we don't. So I want to close this saying thank you very much, all of you, for being here. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Lana. Thank you, Nima. Thanks, Aaron. And thank Christopher and everybody else for being far away, but they're still here with us. And you will be working hard, and we're looking forward to meet you soon in July. That's the time you will be here, and now we will start working a little bit sooner. That is mid-May, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so around mid-May, you will start working on the GCX thing, and make sure you do your best.
Not exactly mid, but
Yeah,
because
around mid.
quarter.
Yeah, around mid-May. Just make sure you do your best. The idea of the GCX is that every single person that's coming here to MIT has the basics on it, and you'll be ready to go and
20,
go
20.
deep into education. So, Mark, anything else to add, Elena?
Not right now.
No.
Just we talked about the formal, bringing the formal app for the photo.
Oh yeah,
And,
that's true. Actually, please, guys, take a deep reading on the welcome package and send Mark the pictures. We need them. Please send them. We need them. And we'll be requesting the formal and informal pictures. We'll be hearing you, so do it as soon as you can. And the idea is to have all of this information because we need it to generate all your information here at MIT. So help us making the administrative processes easier. Okay, thanks a lot. Any other closing things, Mark? Ileana,
No.
Nima,
Thank you.
Aaron, Chris, any other closing thing? Maybe we have.
Well,
Um,
yeah, well, just to mention, guys, that we are really expecting you to very soon at MIT. Here, as you can see, my team is supporting me a lot. Besides, I'm in this paternity leave between quotes. But well, at the end, guys, we are really looking forward to hosting you there. So welcome to the program again. We hope to see you soon, and we hope that you can start working right away with the GCX. Okay, and well.
okay, guys, thank you very much, and it has been a pleasure. We'll keep in touch. Goodbye. Have a good day.
See you in July.
See you in
Bye.
July.
See you soon.
See you in